And a very good afternoon. My name is Antoinette Nirvana, and you are listening to the Body and Mind Skype interviews. Body and Mind is your health directory for professionals. Welcome to our latest Body and Mind member, Colette Rottcher. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, Antoinette, and how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Loving the heat at the moment in Cape Town.
It's a gorgeous day here as well in Bertha's Hill.
Good. So you are soul of the unified light, and that is what I have kind of, seen as your header on the Body and Mind website page, which you are a member of. And so before we go on to what it is you're doing, give us a little bit of a background, and 3 minutes or so background of how you got onto this journey, what inspired you, and how did you get onto doing what you're doing at the moment?
Okay, sure. Well, like many of us, I had gone through a very difficult time in my life. I went through a terrible divorce. I lost my only sister and my oldest son. And the accumulation of the grief and the loss left me chronically depressed and suffering from extreme anxiety. Some people would call it the dark night of the soul, perhaps. I was on antidepressants and anti-anxieties, which were definitely required at that stage and most helpful then. However, over time, I wanted more than just that ladder out of the pit feeling. And I wanted to feel good again about life. I wanted to feel alive again. And this was when I discovered Reiki, which was, it is a Japanese healing technique, which is based on the principle of channeling energy into a person by means of touch. And that in itself activates the natural healing processes of the body to restore physical and emotional well-being. Okay, so at that stage, when I decided to go for Reiki, I knew nothing about it. I'd heard via friends, why don't you sort of give it a try? So I thought, what if I've got absolutely nothing to lose? Although I was very extremely fearful of any form of healing connected to sort of Eastern traditions due to my Christian background. However, I just really wanted to feel well again. So I decided that despite my fears, I would go and have my chakras balanced and aligned. And for those that don't know what chakras are, they are your spiritual or energy centers in the body. And basically, it made such an incredible difference. It helped me so much, and it assisted me in my own personal healing journey so that I actually kept on going back for more. All right.
Wow.
And it has been through my own personal healing that I decided that I needed to learn how to do Reiki, initially to help my own family. And then I decided I would qualify as a Reiki practitioner, and I've subsequently started doing it from home. So as I moved towards my own wholeness and healing, I wanted to actually be in service to humanity. In other words, I wanted to give back what I had been given. So I just felt I'd received these most amazing gifts of healing and connectedness with the divine, and I just want to share them. So I also really believe that it is of the utmost importance that we as humans remember who we are and why we are here. And whilst we are on this planet, we have an opportunity to connect with that divine spark that is within each and every one of us. So that's basically where my journey began.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Colette. And now I would like you to tell us a little bit more about your Christ work that you're doing, transformational work, working with the Christ and the light beings, and what does that entail? I see you've got access bars and soul retrieval and so if you can give us a little bit more about what can we expect when somebody comes to see you and all the modalities that you do.
Okay, well, basically, I work with the Christ consciousness energies. I work with spirit guides. I have Jesus, and I work with Buddha. Those are my two main guides. I also work with Melchizedek, and he is basically a law of attraction guide in and of himself. for me, it was a case of I had to work through my own personal fears. So I decided to start exploring other forms of healing. And that was when I went and I had my light body or my macabre activated. And this is one of the most powerful healing modalities that I actually use. In short, your macabre is an electromagnetic field that is situated around the human body that transcends space, time, and dimensions. It is a form of sacred geometry in the shape of a tetrahedron, a star tetrahedron, which is an upside down triangle and a facing up triangle that is around the body itself. Now, this sacred geometry is like a three-dimensional geometric web that is dormant and non-functional until it's activated to a specific frequency, and that establishes a connection to our higher selves or the creative light of God within us. And it is through this particular healing modality that we are able to retrieve lost aspects of our soul or connect with the divine within or our true authentic selves, or even discover our true life purpose. The macabre itself has actually been shared, taught, and utilized for thousands of years. It's been discussed in books such as the Book of Enoch, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, and even the Course of Miracles. One of the main functions of the macabre is that it is the divine light body that allows a person to ascend into the higher realms and dimensions, which enables us to experience that expanded awareness. So what it really means for us in everyday language is that we are able to connect our soul with our spirit, which enables us to see the patterns within our lives and change them and become totally aware of the why, the what, how come, and the when of our experiences and creations. It basically allows us to connect with our divine blueprint and our elevated potentials of consciousness and self-realization, knowing that we can create anything and everything from within us. So that is my main. The light information expresses through the medium of what we actually call consciousness, and that consciousness is encoded within our DNA. So through DNA upgrades, you are connected again to your individualized divinity or your individual I am, and you can alter your DNA through creative choice of consciousness that dwells within the body form. So that also assists with balancing your masculine and feminine energies, integrating the two, the right brain and the left brain, the intuitive side with the logical side. And of course, as these two polarities integrate, you begin to move into wholeness. You begin to have more control over your thoughts and your emotions. And through this, you can change your biochemistry and your brain chemistry, which obviously assists you on multiple levels. In terms of your awakened consciousness, you can now connect with that living data that is stored within your DNA to fulfill your greatest human potential. So those are my two most used modalities that I do. However, I obviously also do Reiki, as well as access bars consciousness.
Great. And then if people want to get hold of you, could you give us your details? And, you said that you're in Burgess Hill, and then anything else that people could contact you for.
Sure. Okay. Well, you can get hold of me through my Facebook page, which is Soul of Light. Alternatively, you can contact me through my email address, which is soulofunifiedlight@gmail.com. Otherwise, you're welcome to send me an SMS. My cell phone number is 082-609-1595.
Great, Colette. And then, of course, they can also go onto the Body and Mind website and they will be able to find you there. That's www.bodyandmind.co.za, and they can put in the search bar Soul of Unified Light. And then that's also a way that they could get in contact with you or your contact details. It's been great chatting to you today. Thank you very much for the time. And we hope that somewhere in the future we can have another conversation with you.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thanks for your time, Antoinette. Enjoy your day further.
Thank you very much, Colette. Speak to you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.